welcome back. We're streaming today. I am going to maybe work a little bit more on the samurai game, even though I usually work on random projects on Fridays, but I'm not going to be able to stream next week, so yeah, so I thought I would maybe keep going with our samurai stuff here. So so yesterday what we did was we added back in our dash attack, right? So and I'm going to let's go into the dash component and turn off all of our terrible raycasting stuff. Let's start making this look a little pretty. Alright, that should do that. Yeah, there we go. I still like having the arrow come out of his forehead. It helps me figure out what I'm doing. But we should probably turn that off too. Let's just hidden. Probably should be hidden in game. Yeah, holding the sword definitely helps. I'm not sure if in terms of like pointing him in the right direction, right? But you can kind of see. Actually, I don't think there's a bug, but I just ran out of time. Okay. Alright, so he's dead now. If I stand next to him, yeah, his AI is off. Good. Okay. There used to be a thing where you could, enemies would keep attacking you and stuff. So, I don't know. I was thinking, we're kind of at the point now where we, I talked about like gray boxing a level. Does it count to gray box a level if you use just assets that you have already? I don't know. It's probably not gray boxing if you do that, but I was thinking about importing a few things, like just import some rock and a tree and a house, and then coming up with some design. I mean, this, I already have the level, right? Kind of gray boxed out, so. Like this is basically the design. I don't know, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. I did some more research on the anim notify stuff, and I think given what I'm trying to do, I think having this slash inside the, just connected to the ABP, the vector animation blueprint, It's probably fine. Where are you? So, I don't know. This call event thing is sort of my attempt at separating the logic out. I don't know. It's kind of more complicated because at the end of the day, we do have the player base right here. We could just call it, right? We don't really need to do an event, you know? We need that player character in order to do like movement and stuff, so I don't know. So I think I'm getting a little in the weeds here with kind of trying to separate it out. And at the same time, like this player here is not some universal player for like any game, right? It's definitely for the samurai game. So, although there is some reusability here, like this damage stuff, it's just hooked into the health component. The event tick is all about the following the mouse. The movement is pretty simplistic. The gamepad turn is not simplistic, but it works. So anyway, that could be universally used in a future game, and same with rotation for following the mouse, and then we have our dash montage thing. So like it's pretty. You could create like a third-person character controller, I guess. Here, the other thing this does is it checks for the focus of the mouse or game controller. So it's pretty cool. But all this stuff is pretty specific to the game, setting up the UIs and stuff. That MC player, hello. Usually I do some random project stuff, but I'm not going to be streaming next week due to the Memorial Day holiday, so in the US. So I'm going to maybe do a little bit more work on our samurai game. So yeah. Maybe now that we have our samurai doing our stuff, maybe we should work on getting our little ninja characters in again. Although I am thinking maybe we could create more characters. I feel like you know, if you watch like a samurai movie, they're not really fighting ninjas, they're fighting other samurai, so yeah, or other, you know, soldiers and stuff like that. So I was thinking about that for, what's wrong with those guys? They're stuck. Oh, I beat the game. Oh, there you go. Currently you have a 30-second time limit to eliminate all the enemies on the map. And if you die, you have to start over from the very beginning and lose all your progress. But currently there's only this level, so it doesn't feel like a big deal. So that's something. One of the big pains is I feel like in Unreal is going from one level to another. So what if we had 2 levels and we had to go to the next level? So like you don't. So like things that I would want to continue on the level, right, would be like, there's probably different player stats that we'd want, like how many guys you've killed or something like that. But basically the main thing that would need to carry over to the next level at the moment is just the health, right? So if you're all the way down in your health right now like this, and you just get through to the end, right, then you're on the next level now. But if you see, I just reloaded the level, so come on. It's hard to tell that they're dead though. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't have like a you win the level screen either, so yeah, so let's go into maps. I've also been playing around with the idea of like doing some procedural generation for the maps, actually. The one thing about it is that the game itself is, you know, it's more little outside arenas or little outside maps. So like most games that or most tutorials that we have that talk about what do I have? Do I have a, yeah, so like here, let me load this up. Most like top-down tutorials that are available are kind of based on like dungeons. So like here's a map, right? And I have a room spawner, and if I press play, or if I simulate it, let's simulate it. All right. So I created this thing. I think it was Gorka Games or Unreal University made a tutorial. So it's pretty good. But basically, hopefully this isn't too loud. Those are my zombies all making growling noises. But yeah, this is like a procedurally generated map, and it basically figures out, this is your start position in the blue, I guess, and then this orange one is the end position. So you have to get across to that. But each level is randomly spawned, so if I and I might have a seed on this, I'll have to check. No. Okay, so I'm using a custom seed here. So I modified this a little bit, but so it's always going to be the same room, so that's cool. But if we turn off custom seed and press play, you get kind of a different room. So like I could take kind of this idea, but make these rooms maybe a little bit bigger, and instead of walls you would have like your mountains and houses and stuff, I guess, right? Fences or something. You'd have to obviously make it so that it didn't look like you were just walking on a grid of rooms, right? Like this. I feel like this style maybe works best, like, yeah, in this like first person view or something, right? Because you know, if you can see like this map, it doesn't look very it just looks like a big grid, right? So let's play, why not? Okay, so this is what the game is here. And I do not have a zoom, so... Oh no. So my random generation put a... So I was working on randomly generating like furniture, essentially. Like, what can we throw in the rooms to make them more unique? And this blocks the door. So yeah, anyway. Let's try again. Alright, so this is good. Oh yeah, and any room that has a spawner in it has like a checkered floor. And I never got around to like, okay, well, if you don't have a room next to you, close off your door, right? So every single one of these is just an open... So there's another instance where we've got a blocking. Kind of created a choke point though. I forget if my guy can die. I think he can, but I don't have any life on my... Oh no. There we go. And you see it just respawned in a different setup. It's kind of hard to tell though, right, that the setup's different because the rooms are exactly the same. So you can't really see that the map is like super different. But so yeah, I feel like I could do, to make it more roguelike, right, you could use a procedural situation like this, have kind of like outdoor rooms essentially that have different exits, and then oh no, this is just fun to play. I don't know, I should just make this into a game immediately. But it's literally a tutorial that you can play. You can do yourself. Oh man. Yeah. So I wanted to try to get to the end. It's hard to tell where the end is though. We don't have like a map to tell us. It's kind of at the very end of the map. So this is probably a dead end. Oh wait, it goes around. Oh, there's a lot of guys here. No. Okay. I probably only have like 10 hits or something. There is a win condition in this game, so you can go through. I think this, the way that the map is set up, I think the ending has to be over here somewhere. Oh, there's everybody. Oh, and I'm in a spawner room. So this is a good spot to be in. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, there's no one there. Oh, they're all over here now. I need like a little barricade. Okay. Not gonna make it through that crowd though. Alright, so if I... Okay. What if we play in the selected viewport, pause, eject. Okay. Oh, that's a long trek. So basically as a player you'd have to go all the way around this. And then it's this one is very linear, right? That's pretty cool. There's almost no connected rooms that are doubled up, right? Yeah. So yeah, you can't get lost here. And actually, the exit room's not the last room. It's just in this far corner here. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the smartest, you know, random generation algorithm, but I'm not sure I need like anything super smart for the samurai game, really. I just need like, you know, and I think the samurai game, if I keep like time limits as a part of it, you don't want to have like a huge sprawling level, because that might take like a while to get through, you know. Let's see if I can get back into my player here. All right, and then the other thing you have to do in this is not die, but is go fast. So yeah, because the longer you play, the more things are being spawned in. There's like no limit to the spawns in this game. Oh, where are the spawners? Oh man, I'm gonna die right here. All right, pause. I have to get better at my own game. Okay. All right, so this one's a straight shot. So if I go across this way, I will get to it. Don't go up. All right, so when you get to this pillar cube room, oh wait, these are unconnected. There's a bug. So like you wouldn't want this to happen here. Nobody can get in. So that whole area is actually blocked off. Oh, that's a bummer. So anyway, we'd probably have to make our thing better. And I found another cool tutorial that does that. So should I try to make it? Okay, so when I get to this pillar, square room, go to the right. And truly, you can't do anything else. All right, let's go. Wait, where am I? I gotta take over. Okay. Oh, so this is a good like staging point there with the half box, because you could shoot over it and they can't get you. So I think they're all making a beeline for the player. That's why they're like stuck like that. Oh, is this level another level where we've blocked off our entrance? Maybe not. But I can't see anything, so. Yeah, I don't know if I can get through. Yeah. Well, anyway, my procedural generation stuff is not perfect. And it's a real beautiful design too. So like I have to place the rooms, I have all these like indexes. These are like the sizes of the rooms are hard coded to 1,500. And then this is just basically deciding which room, like which doorway to add a room. So anyway, there was another YouTube video I was looking at that maybe had a smarter algorithm. I don't know. This is very simple though, and it's in Blueprint, and it, for the most part, gets the job done. But yeah. I think this is for the AI. Maybe not. I don't know what the random location is. Oh, and I also have all this retry logic for like if a map is valid or not. It checks to see if it can place rooms. Let's see, where's the valid flag? So we generate the map and we return the fact that it's valid. And if it doesn't return true, then it goes back. So yeah, so if we look here, and I think part of it is like some seeds don't work and then other seeds do. Yeah. Oh, I think this is my validation script right here, which I did not label. But basically it checks how many rooms we said we were going to do and then how many rooms actually got built. Or, oh no, it's the minimum number of rooms. So if the minimum number of rooms is not 5, then the map is not valid. And the reason why was because the walker can go in a circle and create a 4-room map that is dumb. So you don't want it to turn in on itself. And I think it has like some... It has some logic to try to prevent that, I think. Anyway, as you can see, this system is complex. I think it's another walker. So I think I used one tutorial, but I may have like gone and researched a bunch of other stuff to create what I ended up with. I don't think a tutorial would have made you do what I did. So yeah. So that's my top-down zombie shooter anyway. And I think we could do something like that with like our world here. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know. We have a little bit of time left. We could, let's just make another map, and then I almost want to just duplicate this. We'll just call it test map 2. Okay, and then we will open. Yeah, sure, see. Oh, why when you open up a new blueprint, when you open up a new map, it asks you to save all the blueprints, but all right, so this is our new map. Looks the same as the old one, so I tried to rotate everything in like these 45-degree angles to give it more of a isometric feel, but let's do... I guess like what would I mean, that's why I kind of am leaning towards like importing some art assets to like be like, what does a like an individual spawned room look like, right? Oops. Like what I should do is get like the sizes of the houses and stuff and play with it that way. Like the other thing is like, how do we know that this is the right height? Like these are obviously not the heights of the houses and stuff. So. All right, I've convinced myself. Let's get this. Come on, browse to asset. All right, here we go. It's just the roof. Oh man, do I have to make a house? All right. What's the base, do you think? Base long. These are add-ons, they're not it. Base long temple. House base long 3. House base long 1. House base long 2. It's probably this one. Alright. Why do these two both have black backgrounds? Did I do something different to these? Okay. Ooh, no. Probably did. Probably did something to these meshes. So you can migrate stuff to another. Asset action. Migrate. I don't know what kind of dependencies it's going to do, but let's see. Okay, not that bad. Game, Polygon Samurai. So once we do this, we need to add a So like, yeah. Starting to get picky about how I like import stuff. I feel like, all right. So we could export as well. Let's do that. Let's export these two things. Go to our models folder. Let's create a new model folder. Color it. Assets. All right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know. Does it give me the texture? It might not give me the texture. All right, this is the base. Okay, so let's do this one too. Why does it keep doing the same file? Hold on, cancel, stop it. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, here. All right, I just want this one. Oh, because I had both selected, that's why. Okay, asset, actions, export. All right, here's our building, okay. Okay, so we might have to do the palette and material and stuff too. Okay, let's see. So if we go in here, so we have this set up. That's why I like if we add all of those meshes to the game, I think they would end up out here, although it was showing it in here, which is weird. But if I export them and then import them into my own stuff, then this is all managed by my Git repository too. So let's call this like level assets. I don't know. And then we can import. Let's try one. Let's just see what it does. Because I think I need a texture still. Import. Let's see what it does. All right. So it gave me a material, but the material's blank. Right? Yeah. So it's just a color. It's almost like it's gray boxed. We could turn it gray. Look, it's gray now. Okay, save. So now if we put this house in, we have a house anyway. We don't have the roof as part of it though, so it's kind of funny. I feel like the Cinti Samurai stuff is pretty cool, but like there's always something about their package where you're just like, why is this so limited, you know? Like one of my biggest pet peeves of this package is they have no interior. So like if I want to make an interior, I basically have to and make it similar style. Not that this style is like super probably hard to mimic. Like it's just pretty low poly. They kind of bend some of the wood to make it look a little bit more cutesy, I guess, or natural. But like, I don't know, their style is like there's a chip here. Probably wouldn't be hard to figure out how to mimic it, but at the same time, like, they're pretty polished compared to me. So, but they didn't give me any interiors. So like, if I want to make like a room level, like that would be important, you know, to have interiors, and they do not have any interiors. Like, they have interiors for like their fantasy stuff, but I think this pack maybe just didn't sell very well or something, but so it's kind of a bummer. Yeah. So yeah, so let's export the texture too, I guess. So if we go into this, oops, it's over here, sorry. All right, there's our house. Okay, so there's a texture here. There's a material, I guess. And then the material has a texture. We gotta find the texture. These are literally all the same textures, I'm pretty sure, so let's go find that. All right, yeah, they look absolutely the same, except for these characters are different, but okay. So yeah, another thing, like, I don't need to import 4 of the same textures, right? We can, okay, so let us export this. Sure. Okay, and then we can make our own material, because this material is nothing special. Okay, so if we go back to here, and we, in our level assets, if we go to our samurai, we don't have our material or our texture in here. But this definitely gets, I like to keep the textures separate. So yeah, I'm gonna keep following my own thing. Okay, so we're gonna put, we're gonna import our texture here instead. Okay, I don't know if there's a difference between those two things. Let's do that. All right, let's. I'm gonna just call this level assets. At the end of the day, I use the Infenzia pixel base for my own stuff, which is kind of a different palette, right? So like, at the end of the day, this texture is nothing special. It's literally very similar, right? It's just kind of a little bit more muted tones. And these tones do exist in Invenzia's palette too, but he's just got a wider range, right? And it's also microscopic, so you can, this takes up no memory, right? All right, so in here, we can do a texture sample instead. And you can actually just do this. Boop. Move that to here, delete this. And the other thing that I like to do kind of right off the bat, I should really just make like a base material that everything comes off of, but yeah, if you don't put in like 0, 0, and I think you need 1 for roughness, things look really shiny. Okay, so, all right, we're no longer gray boxing. All right. Okay, so we have the texture here. I think I'm going to move this to the material folder. Okay. And then when you move things around, you should always go to your content folder and go to fix up redirectors. That will save you some trouble, I think. I think that helps. Yeah, so, okay, we got that. Now, let's see. Let's import the roof. Okay, got it. All right, now we have a roof. Okay, and created a dumb material. We're going to delete, or we're going to. This is the one problem with having it. I'm going to call this. All right. So we have that there. Go into level assets. All right. Now we have our house. Okay. Cool. And then we can delete this because no one uses it. Okay. All right, so we have these two things, and now in Unreal you cannot create a. I mean, you can kind of create a combined mesh, but it looks like you have to do it like. All right, here we go. And then just kind of figure out where it fits. And then you could attach them together, basically. And then I think if you move it now, yeah. So like, you know, this element would probably be a blueprint at some point, right? So, yeah, we could duplicate this, right? Control D. Could be like, what does one square look like in level? Oh, look, I duplicated it and I didn't get my linked stuff. So that's annoying. Okay, so like if you made this a blueprint, you would duplicate it, but I think you can, if you hold them together, there's a way to do this. My buddy Thunder Owl on the internet, he is a master of attaching these things together. He does it with in his projects a lot. So like there is an attach to, right? Which I kind of feel like is what we're doing here, right? Okay, so if I right click on this one, see it says detach. So it's, anyway, they're not a unit. So when you copy them, the structure inside the outliner is like, you can make folders and stuff, but if you delete the folders, nothing inside the folder gets deleted. Everything just drops into the main thing. And I think the same thing is true with these like nested meshes. Like if you add two actors together like this, they're connected. But if you were to delete this one, this house, the roof would still show up. Watch. So like, they're not really part of the same, they're not treated as part of the same object. So yeah, just for my own frustration, I'm going to go into the game. So we have characters, actor components, we have a timer. I'm just going to create a new generic folder called level assets. And in here, I'm going to create a blueprint. It's going to be an actor. I'm going to call it BP house. We'll call it house base. Why not? Because it will be the base class of all the houses. It'll do all the things that houses need to do. I don't know. Are the house is going to do anything? Not sure. Probably not. I think they're static meshes. So base, and then we'll need another one. Duplicate roof. And let's put the roof on the base, and then we'll, and anyway, are these, yeah, they're labeled sort of properly. Okay, so SM, so let's just do this, and then we will click it here. Okay, that's our base, and we'll click that one, click roof. Okay, so now we have both things. All right, looks good. Okay, so these are both zeroed out, which is what I wanted. And the roof has to have an offset, right? To be kind of on top of the house. So I guess that's kind of where you want it. And the other thing the Cinti stuff has is they have like extra pieces that can be added on to the house to make it look a little bit different. So like this could have its own like procedural generation on it, right? To make this house look different or something. Different roof. We could have like 10 different roofs or something. So we could like make the whole, like each element inside the randomized map could kind of have its own little flair. How much of that will be noticeable to the player? Who knows? Okay, so anyway, we have this now, and we can go into our, we don't have to worry about our meshes anymore. Go into level assets. Now we have a house. And if we duplicate this, we have two houses. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's take this, and we're going to rotate it like 45 degrees, like that. I don't know, I'm just playing around with this idea that like in isometric games, which is kind of what this game is, everything is on an angle. Like if you look at like, I think Tunic is a good example. I think their map is pretty like angular if you look at it. Crow Country, yeah, all right. Why is my download folder so, oh, give me my library, okay. Where's Tunic? Why am I randomly playing Tunic? I've only played it for a little bit, but it's been on like my list for a long time. I think I need a controller to play this, but yeah, see how the angles, it's like everything's kind of on this angle, right? So like instead of this facing forward or these, yeah, even the trees, right? All these little things, their corner is facing the player, right? They didn't have to do this. This is a 3D game. It has very similar control style to like my samurai game. Like you push up, your guy turns, it goes up. He goes left and right. He's got a little dash. I don't think I have a stick or anything, so I don't know. Oh, I do have a stick, but I don't know what the controls are for attacking. They're not on the mouse. Okay, you can use the controller, I guess. Yeah, this game is pretty cool, pretty beautiful for... Whoa, where am I that there's this many guys? Can they kill each other? That would be nice. I don't think they can. Oh yeah. Kill yourselves. Leave me alone. Anyway, that was my isometric themes are on I got a question in the chat. I wanted to ask you how you learned Unreal Engine 5. Do you prefer using blueprints? Yeah, I mostly use blueprints. I played around with C++, but I currently find that blueprints are the easiest way to get started. So if I ever get to a point where I need C++, I'll just jump in. But I have lots of books and resources on C++ too. Yeah, if you want a good course on Blueprint, Game Dev TV is what I would recommend. So Blueprint course was where I started, for sure. So let me see if I can find that. Udemy. They also have a website, Real Blueprint. No, oh yeah, this is it. So this is the course that I bought on May 14th, 2020. It's just called Unreal Engine Blueprint Game Developer. It was 4.27 when I first bought it, so I don't know if they've updated it, but it's a pretty great start. Yeah, it is really good. I don't know, it's showing me a coupon code. I don't know why, but I don't know if you've, I'm not sure if I can put codes in the channel, but yeah, so I guess I started with Unreal Engine in 2020 on May 14th. That's when I started, but yeah, this was kind of the one that I used. So I've taken a lot more tutorials since then, but yeah, that's where I would go. So, and I was a Unity dev for a long time, and I used Unity 3 through 5, I think. But I got tired of it. I got tired of Unity breaking everything. Unity broke my projects all the time, so. Yeah, but highly recommend this. Looks like it was updated late last year, so it probably is on Unreal Engine 5 maybe? I don't know. It says Unreal Engine 4, but I think it probably still holds up. And knowing these guys, they're probably reworking it for Unreal Engine 5 as well. So, yeah. No, love Unreal. Yeah, I think blueprints are great for making games and quick prototypes. So everyone talks about like Unity being like a way to like quickly prototype, but I don't know. I think blueprints you can throw stuff together pretty quickly. So. Yeah, you can. This is, I don't know if I haven't shown any blueprints in a while, but like this blueprint here, it just sets up the player controls, sets up the HUD, shows the mouse cursor, does some animation stuff. All of my animations are also have blueprint based things going on. So, and then there's a state machine, a lot like Unity's state machine. You can go in here, you can see these are just animations going back and forth, and then these are like transitions that are just little mini blueprints. So I also have, there's a concept of components in Unity, so this is like a component system actually too. all of my base character has a dash component and a health component, and my enemies use this health component. But like the dash component actually controls all of the logic needed to make the player dash. So like when he's doing this big long dash like that, that's all done inside a component. So you can drop it. We could drop it on the enemies and give them AI to do dashes, and it would work. So. Yeah, I think if you haven't really to code yet, then I would suggest Unreal. Learning C# or is it's kind of its own thing. So you can get right to like making games in Blueprint, you know. So yeah, I think like the best combination for an Unreal dev is like someone who knows how to do like 3D art, or even pixel art at this point. The 2D stuff is not that bad, and there's plenty of resources now on how to do it. But if you're an artist and you can learn blueprints, you can make it as an indie developer, I think. But if you're just a coder, it's a lot harder. And I'm working on becoming more of an artist, but yeah, for the longest time I'm more of a coder. That's kind of my thing. But all right, so this is our, yeah, so like what would I do? I could put like a little fence in or something, right? You could put like a little, let's do that. What would be, does this even make sense from like a standpoint of a village? Like what would I guess like the flow would be more like this, right? Like you'd have like, the other problem I have with, once I've rotated it, it's like very annoying to position, right? Okay. So like we would have, can I change the pivot here? Where is that? That's got to be here. Ah, there we go. That's what we really need. Okay. So like we could make a level like this. And like you could put like a little bit of, and then you could just put like some garbage, right? Like in here to make this, just some cubes or something for now. Right, you can't get through here. There's people's carts are in the way. No one can ever get through that. Barrels, right? So not everything has to be a fence, right? You could just kind of stack some barrels up. That barrel looks precarious. Okay, and then also this is a fountain area, so we could have a fountain. We can have a cylinder. If anyone out there is a level designer, tell me how to make levels better. So this is our fountain. So, oops, Control Z. Make it smaller and taller. Yeah, it's a little fountain. And then we'll just, this fountain's, do we have a blue color in here? Probably don't. All right, there we go. All right, so like when you start here, now you have this like village. You can't get through here. There's a fountain, there's more houses. The other thing that having kind of like realistic heights and shapes for the gray boxing assets is like, look, that house now gives me an idea of like the camera angle, right? Yeah, no, thanks for coming by, Jose. Thanks for visiting. I try to stream every day on the work week, but I won't be streaming next week, so I'll catch you in 2 weeks if you want to come back and check it out. Check out the channel. Thanks. We reset the level, so yeah, okay. All right, we are running out of time actually too, so yeah. Let's just make a few more boxes here for our guy to not be able to walk up. I don't know, did they have boxes in samurai times in Japan? I don't know. Yeah, and then maybe we have like a little cart here. Also having like actual kind of geometry for stuff means like you can, ooh, that's kind of a weird cart. Is it broken? Must be broken. Okay. Is now you have like some stuff to play with, right? Also like this will block our, but this, oh, he's gonna chase me, but I want to see, let's see if I can get people through this, like half, like do I kill them? That's the, I hope I don't, I hope it's blocked, but I guess I need the raycast to figure that out. See, that would have been a bloodbath, guys. That would have looked awesome. All right. Yeah, so this is kind of, maybe this is how I'm gonna do some of our gray boxing. We could also put trees in too. Have a tree in here. And then we have to figure out if we're gonna randomize this, like how do we do that? Also, if it's all at an angle, it's gonna be super annoying, but can make the whole thing and then rotate it 45 degrees or something, maybe. But it kind of looks right from this angle. Like that looks like a good angle. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna save this. And remember, kids, always save your stuff to GitHub. So just to double check, we have, these are going to the large file storage. Let's check the texture. Yeah, okay, commit. All right, so that's the end of the stream. I already like my my little gray box. It looks great. Okay, nice and compact too, so it's kind of neat. All right. Thanks for stopping by.